Alright, there we go. Alright guys, we're going into set number 3. This is KT Rolster versus SKT1. And we are going to have Stats versus soO on Outlier. Now here's the thing, okay, so here's the thing I just realized. KT still has Flash and Stats. Like, in the last 2 matches that they played, they used Stats and Flash first to get 2 quick wins, and then they lost the next 3 games. But now it seems that they've actually saved Stats and Flash for presumably the 3rd and 4th sets. I mean, because they're like on the line now. Even if Stats wins this, I think they actually just need to use Flash in set 4, or they're just going to lose 3-1. But yeah, this is actually very interesting. So they've actually saved their 2 heavy hitters here. Now, Flash is like almost a guaranteed win, but Stats not so much. He's still very good. But I guess we'll see. And there's Bunky being as weird as always, stroking his belly. But okay, so here's the thing. KT is down 0-2. They're using Stats now, and then they still have Flash. If they use Flash in set 4, they're gonna have no good player to play in set 5. I mean, I guess they'll still have what? They'll still have Mind, maybe? Maybe Mind in set 5? I think Mustajo actually predicted Mind in set 5. But SKT is just such a deeper team than KT that I don't know. It seems kind of iffy. But the thing is, you can't save Flash for set 5 either, because if Stats win this, but then they lose the next set, then it'll just be 1-3, and Flash won't even get to play, which would be really dumb. So actually, I don't even know how the coach is gonna pick his players. I guess we'll see. Anyway, looks like Stats will be the Teal Protoss in the 12 o'clock position. soO will be the Red Zerg in the bottom left. I'm gonna adjust the overlay a little bit because it's off center, and I am a little bit anal about that. So, I don't know who that was on that poster. But anyway, we are an Outlier. Now, Outlier is supposedly a very Protoss favored map. We've seen a number of PvPs on this map already, and a number of players have been sent out to snipe Protosses specifically. So it could be the case that soO has actually specifically prepared ZVP on this map, which is interesting because it seems that we had Effort sent out to snipe a Protoss on this map, we had Hiva sent to snipe a Protoss, and in oh, spoiler alert, in CJ vs Khan, we actually had Brave sent out to, or no, we had Hydra sent out against Brave on this map, which was just kind of dumb. But anyway, so Stats is going to have the quote-unquote map advantage. So let's see if soO can pull out some kind of fancy build to abuse something. I don't know, maybe abuse the backdoors or something. What was I gonna say? Oh, if he can pull out something cool like what Action did last game, then that'll be very, very exciting. It's a little bit. I'm actually a little bit sad about last game because Action. I mean, he played that really nicely. I really liked Action's play, so I'm a little bit sad that he lost. As much of a Protoss fan as I am, I still feel a little bit bad. Anyway. Looks like we do have a Forge Fast Expand. Did Bisu, or sorry, not Bisu, Stats. Oh man, now I'm just getting this mixed up with last game. Did Stats not send out a scouting probe? I don't see a scouting probe on the minimap. And it looks like we do have a 12 hatch from soO. That's interesting. By interesting, I mean risky. So he's going Forge Nexus, presumably Cannon. Just blind without scouting. Okay, now I see the scouting probe going out on the minimap. I don't know why the observer is so obsessed with that spawning pool. And oh man, I got a little bit of glare on my screen now. Hopefully the sun shifts itself so I don't have to quickly run over and fix that. We must command the heavens. Move the sun out the way so I don't have glare on my monitor. Anyways, looks like the probe coming out now. Gonna see the 12 hatchery of soO. And looks like Stats has only made one cannon. Gonna try and get away with that. Done a nice Forge Gateway wall-in. Much better than Braves wall-in. Just gonna say that. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Much better than Braves. So anyway, soO has taken a third base at the right side third there, which is pretty close to his natural actually. The distances between like all the center bases on this map seem really short. So it should be quite easy for him to defend that. But of course, since he hasn't taken another natural, he's not going to get like a free fourth base. There are two random white guys wearing referee shirts. Okay. Alright, cool. Looks like Lair being morphed to the natural, but the probe's going to get up there and see it anyway. That does prevent Stats from knowing the exact timing of when that goes down, since he doesn't see it starting and he can't tell the progress just by clicking on it. So just adds a little bit of uncertainty there, but it's not a big deal. It's not a huge deal for Stats. So yeah, I mean nothing particularly unusual coming out of soO just yet. Looks like he's going to send a couple of links over to the third. Very good move there. Doesn't want to get cannon rushed. That is always advisable if you're a Zerg. When you take a faraway third, either you must have an Overlord or a Zergling check out that base just to make sure you're not getting cannon rushed. The building hatchery just doesn't have any sight range, so you won't see it coming. Anyways, we do have a Stargate on the way. Looks like Forlings running around. And yeah, nothing particularly exciting happening. Looks like soO is going to just start mining out this bottom mineral patch. That is going to give him access to the 6 o'clock expansion, which is kind of like a pseudo island expansion that's blocked off by neutral temples and mineral patches. Anyway, looks like speed has now finished for the Zerglings, and soO's actually made a number of them. Looks like he's made 9 or 10 Zerglings. Well, obviously he would have made 10, but I think I only counted 9 there. That's like completely... Yeah, it looks like he does have all 10 there. Okay. I thought he might have been using one to go scout somewhere else or something. Anyways. Looks like we have +1 on the way for the Protoss ground, and a second cannon going down at the front as well, and a second gateway. So he might be going for some kind of Corsair Zealot play here, Stats is. Whereas soO has just added on his 4th and 5th hatcheries, as expected. Gonna do the 5-hatch Hydra. And I don't see a second gas, so it's not, yeah, it's no mutas, just standard Hydra stuff. Corsair's gonna get in here and see what's up. Looks like, oh, we actually do have the Cybernetics for spinning. It's a little bit blocked by the overlay there, but looks like Stats might be going for some Corsair heavy play. But these Speedlings could actually run into the natural. The Speedlings are going to run around. Observer, show the Speedlings. The Speedlings are running into the main. Why is the Observer not showing this? Ah, what are you doing? Okay, now we get to see the Speedlings running into the main. Stats got a little bit too aggressive with his Zealots rather, and 10 Speedlings running in, 5 of them getting through, although it looks like no probes have gone down just yet. Okay, 1 probe getting sniped there. So, but this is going to be super annoying. I mean, this gives soO a complete scout of the Protoss base. He knows exactly what's going on. He might have actually sniped this cannon. That would be quite good. Does snipe the cannon, but loses all the Zerglings. So getting 1 probe and a cannon and a complete scout, which is not bad. Interestingly, if he had been going for Mutalisks, that would have been a huge blow right there to take down the cannon in the main. But, anyways, looks like the Archives is down now. Scourge coming in, going to try and snipe a Corsair. So, well, that's actually quite interesting. Can they actually get that Corsair as it pops out? Usually you would have a... See, that cannon earlier was actually preventing that kind of Scourge camping. But since it got killed, he might actually just snipe a Corsair for free. Oh, doesn't quite get the Corsair. Wow, that was actually pretty lucky for Stats. So Stats, he set his speed lots to the bottom right. I don't think they actually did anything. And if you look at the minimap, you can actually see that soO has taken the 6 o'clock expansion already. So so this is very interesting. See, normally what happens in ZVP is the Zerg takes another natural as his 3rd, and then he can SimCity up there and get the main base that's attached to that as his 4th, and he gets that quite easily. But in this case, soO has elected to take the normal third at the kind of inside 6 o'clock, and looks like we do have some muted harassment of the natural, but soO took the inside 6 o'clock base as his third, so he instead of taking a natural, he took the closer base, which I thought meant that he wouldn't get a very quick, fast, or very quick, safe fourth base, but instead he's actually opted to take the 6 o'clock island, well, I don't want to say it's an island, but the 6 o'clock outside base as his fourth. So he basically gets the same 4 bases, but even more safely, I think, than taking another natural, just because the third base is now a lot closer to his natural, so he can reinforce it much more easily. It looks like Stats has now mined out his own back there, so he is taking the top right base as his third. And he's going to be able to use it. So, you know, that base actually, if you look on the minimap, it's quite a far distance from the main base. So it's a little bit hard to get units over there to defend. But, well, do you guys see that? Some kind of weird graphical glitch or something. Anyway, but since he's been going for Corsairs, he should be able to defend that pretty reasonably. Looks like we have a nice SimCity here at the natural of soO. So it looks like, I don't know why. Okay, no, that's the third base. So looks like Stats actually just using one Zealot to just check out how many defenses are at each of the bases there. And oh my god, the mutas actually don't see that. Oh man, I think that's actually a pretty big mistake there for soO not to have just at least gone close enough to see if there was a Nexus there. Wait, no, he's going back? Okay, no, he's going back. So he's going to see that. There's only one cannon finished. No, soO! soO, does he see it? soO. If soO doesn't scout that, I'm going to be... That's going to be really dumb. Looks like he does actually have +1 air carapace, though, on his mutas and Scourge. So that's going to help nicely against the Corsairs. And the Corsairs are flying around. These mutas are flying everywhere that's not useful. They are just purposely being as ineffective as possible. This is actually quite silly. I don't understand. So... yeah. Alright, looks like Queen's Test is on the way. And, oh, okay, now he sees it, gonna grab some of those probes for free. But 3 cannons are finished at the base now. It's gonna be difficult for him to attack that. And it looks like, wow, that's a pretty cool base layout. But it looks like, oh no, the mutas are in trouble. No Scourge going in here. There's an Archon, but it looks like a lot of the Scourge are gonna hit. I don't actually know how many Scourge he used there. He killed something like 2 or 3 Corsairs. And he's got to be careful of the Corsairs and the Archon. He might try and snipe a High Templar. No, the Corsairs are going to ward that away. And, oh, baiting a Storm there. Very, very nice. And Stats wants to attack this base. I don't think that's a good idea. Yeah, Lurkers are done. There is a Spore Colony. I don't think he has an Observer anyway. Oh my god, Stats, don't attack that. Stats has no Observer. Stats, what are you doing? Stats! Stats has no Observer. He's got Zealot Archon and no Observer, and he's attacking into this base with Lurkers. I don't understand. Stats, what are you doing? Stats! Man, if this is just a 3-0, this is going to be so disappointing. Alright, looks like the Hive is on the way for soO. And some Lurkers moving across the field, barely avoiding the Protoss army. The 2 armies passing each other in the night. Looks like the Lings are going to see where the main Protoss force is. And I guess we'll see how soO's Hive tech play is. And, oh, whoa, taking a huge shot from those Lurker spawns there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, run! Run! It looks like one Archon's just going to be sacrificed for Ire. Nope, he's going to escape. He's going to run around the other way. The Speedlings, I think, will catch him, though. Archon-y! Ah, where's he going? That Archon, that poor Archon is gonna get taken down. His buddies tried to come and rescue him, but it was, alas, they were not in time. So Stats now has a shuttle out, but if you look at supply count, Stats is not nearly as ahead as he should be. He's at like he's at 112 supply now against 92. Actually, no, it's about, no, it's now 104 for soO. So he's barely keeping like a 10 supply lead, not even. Looks like the supplies are almost dead even now. And at this point in the game, Protoss should be about, 15-20 supply ahead for the game to be considered even. Looks like one random DT getting dropped, but there's a sunken Spore Colony there, so at best he'll get a drone or 2. And did he just whack the extractor or something? Looked like that. Anyway, looks like he's just going to move out of range of the sunken and attack the spawning pool. Meanwhile, it looks like Stats is trying to take the inside third base here. But there's a lot of Lurker Link coming out, and is he going to get that? No, I don't think so. Yeah, he's not gonna get that. But oh, we have a storm drop. Storm! Oh, nice reaction time from soO. Looks like he only lost 2 drones there. Very, very nice. But that 6 o'clock could be in a little bit of trouble though. And looks like nope, we actually have a Nidus and a Spore Sunken combo there. So soO is actually doing a very nice job here. Stats. Oh, but wait a minute. soO actually looks like he skipped Overlord speed and just got the hive straight away. But he's gonna he's gonna have to kind of keep his Overlords huddle around here. And what is soO doing? Oh my, or Stats rather. Stats, what are you doing? Stats is not running. Shatteru. Yeah, Shatteru. Stats is just falling apart. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, but those lurkers are really clumps. That's bad. Okay, he's gonna back them away. Oh my god, I don't know what was going on there. Anyway, there's a lot of lurkers out, but Stats is a decent sized army now. And oh, nice storm. Looks like soO did not split up his lurkers properly. Oh my goodness, taking so much damage from just the storms. Oh, looks like not the storm only gets one of the lurkers. He could have actually gotten all 4, I think. But it doesn't matter. Stats actually now getting a lot of lurkers for free. That was actually a mistake by soO. Lurkers are good, but lurkers by themselves can actually get taken down so easily by a Protoss with good control. And wait a minute. Oh, look at this. soO's actually mining out the back. He's gonna get a ground path to Stats' top right base. But yeah, when you have a lot of lurkers, you need Lings and or Hydra supporting them at least just to be tanking damage for the lurkers. Because otherwise you can just get stormed down and Dragoons can just pick them off pretty easily. So you really gotta be careful with that. So now Stats has actually taken the supply lead. He's at 136 against 116. He's going in for a storm drop. It looks like on the 6 o'clock there's 1 Hydra to defend. soO with very nice reaction time. And it looks like the shuttle's going to get taken down. No storms for you. And if he didn't take all that damage from before, he might have been okay. Wait a minute. Where are these guys actually returning cargo to? Are they? Oh, it looks like it's mine out now. Wait, were they returning that all the way to the 6 o'clock base or something? That was kind of weird. I think they're returning it to the inside 6. Anyway, it looks like Stats has finally now gotten his 4th base up here at that inside 3rd, and it looks like oh, that's interesting. Okay, so he actually mined out the 3 o'clock minerals, but didn't get like the 5 o'clock minerals. Instead, he's using using Zerglings to kill the Templar, and looks like a bunch of Lings running in there, but Stats already has a bunch of cannons and High Templar. That's not going to do anything. Storm! Oh, that's actually a nice Ling split, but it's not enough. So, soO has revealed his devious plans there. And now Stats is in a pretty nice position. Stats is getting his 4th base up, and soO's still on 4 bases. So unless soO somehow gets a 5th base somewhere, he's not going to be too happy. Yeah, I'm not really sure what he's going to do. His hive should be done. I don't see any hive tech yet. Is he going to? Yeah, okay, he's got a Defiler mound. He's got 1 Defiler. I hope that Defiler's not trapped there next to the Spire. That'd be quite funny. But it looks like we do have a Reaver meandering over to this 4th base of Stats, and that's it looks like, oh, he's actually got a Speed Shuttle here. Does he have Reavers in that shuttle? He might actually have a couple of Reavers in that shuttle. Reavers in late game PvZ are just really, really nice. Reavers do full damage under Dark Swarm, or Scarabs do. And oh my god, though! Oh, Scorchy! Oh, wow, nice dodging there by Stats. But that is actually one of the huge risks. Oh, are we gonna Plague? Not getting too many units, but very exciting. But yeah, see, one of the dangers of having a speed shuttle in your control group, it's actually kind of the opposite of having High Templar. See, when you have High Templar, with your grouped with your army, High Templar are much slower than Zealots, Goons, and Archons, so they often lag behind and they can get sniped by random Zerglings or Hydras. But the reverse is true for Speed Shuttles. Speed Shuttles obviously are much faster than the rest of your units, so if you just run them in with your army, and oh, it looks like the shuttle gets sniped. The second Reaver does get sniped. Nice move by soO, just sacrificing a control group or of Lings and Hydras to take that out. But yeah, your shuttles can really get way ahead of your army and get sniped quite easily as well, so you really got to be on top of that. That's why I personally don't really use Reavers and shuttles in my late game composition, just because my APM is pretty low, so I can't babysit that. Anyway, it looks like soO is going to try and take this natural here at the bottom right, but Stats is setting up his 5th base. And you know, as I was saying before, actually, now that I look at the map, The fact that, you know, the inside expansions are so tightly packed and the distance is so short between them, it's actually really, really easy for the Protoss to take a bunch of inside expansions. As you can see, this giant Protoss ball does not have to walk far to defend that, you know, the 4th base and to go between the 4th base and the 5th base. So it looks like we have a Doom Drop going into the main, going into the back of the Protoss base. Stats has absolutely no idea. Oh my god, this could completely turn the game around for soO. Stats is going to have to walk a long way to get back to his main. Actually, not too long, but this could be terrible. I don't know if he's, you know, left any units in his main to help defend. Looks like a tiny attack here at the new base just to distract the army. Dude, what is he doing? He's just go, man, just go. Just go. It looks like he's getting the right side main, the bottom right main. And here we go. The drop is going in. And it looks like we have 2 lurkers dropped at the back of the 4th base. soO doing a very nice job multitasking, sending in random groups of units here at the front, plaguing the army, lurker dropping the base, and Doom dropping the main base at the same time. soO with fantastic multitasking right now. And now all the overlords are going in. Stats realizes what's happening, sending units back. Dropping all over the tech buildings. It looks like there's a plagued probe right there. That is a very unfortunate probe. But it looks like it's primarily a crackling drop here on the main, and all the speedlets are running back. They should be able to help it defend it. But that in the meantime, most of the units have been pulled back. So that 5th base, that newly set up base there at the inside 9 o'clock, is going to be very vulnerable here. And I think soO is setting up to take that out. Looks like he's just going to snipe a couple of random gateways here, and he's actually sending some units over here to the 4th base as well. But there's a Reaver there that is going to stop the attack. And oh my god, looks like soO actually, the multitask was a little bit too much for him, suiciding a group of units there at the 5th base of Stats. Man, just so much action going on in this game. Looks like a random Archon killing the Nexus there, or the hatchery there by itself. I have no idea what happened over there. The Observer can't even keep up. That's how much multitasking is going on in this game. Even the Observer can't follow everything that's happening, and it looks like the Cracklings are going to take down the Reaver. This base could be in a little bit of trouble. soO could actually be turning this game around here. Just an amazing multitasking stats. Looks like he can't even keep up. I mean, we can't even keep up as observers. And look at this, he's like triple storming a single lurker. He doesn't even know what's going on anymore. Running the Zealots through, but he will actually clean this up. It looks like, oh my goodness, actually, I think soO might have tried to be a little bit too fancy with the multitask, because look at this. He actually, even though he's done some nice attacks, he actually hasn't killed either of these inside bases. The 4th and 5th bases are actually both still standing. I think if he actually just focused his efforts a little bit more, but oh my god, there's lurkers under the swarm! Killing some probes. Never mind, maybe I spoke too soon. I was gonna say, you know, if he doesn't kill either of these bases, it doesn't matter how good his multitask is. He has to actually just kill something. You can't just be fancy and drop everywhere if you're not going to kill anything. Just kill the Nexus, kill the Nexus. Nexus soO goes down. Stats is not going to be happy about that, but he did already kill the 5th base that was morphing for soO, and it looks like a giant storm there killing a bunch of lurkers under that Dark Swarm. And the Stats actually, okay, looks like, wait a minute, his mining is not amazing. But soO, yeah, look at this. soO is actually getting very, very thin on his minerals. He's trying to take that right side natural once again. But Stats now has a giant force running around the middle of the map, and by giant I mean it's got like a couple of Archons and not much else. Archons are pretty good though. Archons are pretty scary. So Stats actually managing to hold off all of those different attacks, but it looks like another attack going in here. There's no more Reaver, there's no more High Templar. No, never mind. 2 Reavers coming out of a shuttle. That's going to do very, very nicely. Looks like soO microing in. He's going to try and snipe these guys, but nice micro on the Reavers by Stats. More units coming in from the back. Reavers, Archons, High Templar, but oh no! Zealots and Templars running through 2 lurkers there at the top of the ramp. It looks like they forced a cancel at the right side natural though. So soO's still stuck on 4 bases. He's been on 4 bases a long time. He's going to get mined out pretty quickly here. He's got to do something. He's either got to take out some of these bases or he's got to get a base of his own. He's got to make something happen here because he is on the back foot. It's up to him to get these bases down. Stats has been doing a good job denying those expansions. And it looks like he's retaking his 5th base there at the left side. Looks like a nice storm on those 2 leading lurkers, Hydras and Defilers moving in here. But I mean, with so many Reavers and High Templars there, it's not really the right composition. Actually, you know what? There isn't really a correct composition against Reavers and High Templars and Archons. The late game Protoss unit comp is just so efficient against Zerg. You really just need an overwhelming macro to take it out, and it looks like a random Zealot having a race with a shuttle there in the back. Speed Zealot versus Speed Shuttle. Looks like the Speed Shuttle is going to win that one. And soO is actually expanding. I think he's actually double expanding now. He's taking the top left island expand, or ring expansion. I keep calling them island expansions, but they're not really islands. And he's also taking the right side natural, but here we go, speed shuttle into the 6 o'clock base. I think there's a lot of drones there because that's like the only base left mining, and a storm! soO, he's not paying attention. Oh my god, the shuttle dies. Oh my, what? You've got to be kidding me. Not only did that Templar, was there only one Templar came out, he decided to storm the 2 areas with the fewest drones. What? That Templar, you know, he tried not to storm himself and just ended up not storming the drones because he was standing in the middle of a ton of drones and he was like, I don't really want to storm myself. Anyway, soO moving into the 5th base once again, but 3 High Templar and 2 Reavers. Oh my god, it doesn't matter if you have Dark Swarm. And look at all the Archons, so many Archons. Stats just massing Archon here like a boss. Oh my god, that unit composition is just disgusting. Disgustingly good. I feel so bad for Zergy players. This is like so impossible to deal with. Look at that composition, man. Our mass Archon backed by Storms and Reavers. Like, I don't even know what the Zerg is supposed to do. However, it looks like soO's actually gotten this 2 bases up. I'm a little bit surprised by that. Stats either, I guess he just hasn't scouted them or something, but Stats actually needs to do something about that, because now soO's economy is going to be just fine. I think he's basically down to 3 mining bases against Stats' 2 or maybe 1.5. I think it's basically like 2.5 bases for soO against 1.5 bases for Stats. So soO's actually in a decent position now, but it looks like 2 random zealots running over here. There is 1 Mutalisk, but those zealots are going to be able to do a lot of damage to the drones before the mutas do anything. And soO's at least, yeah, he's going to have to pull the drones there for just for the time being. So a nice little denial there with 2 zealots. It looks like a couple of random defilers getting taken down in the middle of the map. I don't know what they were doing there. Did they get a plague offer at least? I don't really know. Looks like 3-1 upgrades on the Protoss. Did he actually get shield to 4 armor? Is that what I just saw? Yeah, it looks like Stats actually got +1 shield to 4 +1 armor. Which is an interesting choice. I mean, since he's going for mass Archon, that's actually probably the correct choice. But it's just interesting. And ooh, very nice snipe on that shuttle. I actually don't know what was in that. If there were 2 Reavers in that, that would have been amazing for soO. But just now, okay. Now the thing is though, this army, even though it's a very nice composition, it's not very big. So if soO somehow gets like a really nice surround or something, he could actually perhaps do some nice damage. But no, look at this. Stats being very careful. And those 2 High Templars that were just wandering down on the right side, are they just gonna walk up to that base and storm it? Is he really gonna do a storm walk? Guys, this is not a storm drop. This is the new harassment technique, the storm walk. You just walk your High Templar into his base and storm everything. Is this Forella? Oh, look at this. Stats being very, very careful, leading with the Reavers and keeping the rest of the units nearby just to support them, prevent them from getting sniped. And it looks like, here we go, he's moving in. Oh, it looks like he's just going in for the Observer snipes, but look at this! Oh god! Oh god! Storm! Oh my god, no economy for you, but it looks like we have Cracklings in the main. I don't know why there's Cracklings in the main, but Cracklings in the main are going to take down a lot of Tech Structures, but that was such an insane hit. Oh my god, how is your eco, bro? 22 kills on that High Templar, 3 kills on his buddy. Jesus, that Storm. Storm walking, guys, it's the way of the future. Oh my god. Oh man, soO's economy is just completely shot now. He still does have the top left base though. He's still mining. There's a shuttle there. Oh, what are you doing, shuttle? Drop! Drop your payload of goodness, of Scarabee death. Yes! Ah, drone! Oh, nice shot. It looks like the shuttle gets scourged, and that mute is going to be able to finish off the Reavers eventually. No, it looks like the shuttle doesn't get scourged, it just runs away. Alright, cool. And looks like soO just hitting in a bunch more drones there. I hope he properly defends the Templar walk, the Storm walk. But look at all those Archons, man. That army composition. Actually, we look at the supplies. It looks like soO's down to like 60 supply against 126 of stats. Not looking too good. A bunch of random overloads. I think, was he going for another drop? Oh man, if he just runs... Oh no! Oh no! Go the other way! No! No! Overlords, no! Don't go there! It's dangerous. Here be dragons, aka Archons. Is he just not going to kill them? Wow, Stats. Look at what a kind-hearted fellow is, Stats. He saw all those overlords. He was like, you know, those are simply innocent overlords passing by. I will not kill them. But now that means he's going to lose all his observers. Oh my goodness, that was kind of crazy. I don't know what that was about. So once again, we have a bunch of drones there and nothing to defend them. But uh-oh, looks like Stats is just going for it. He still doesn't have an observer, though. Like, you can have as many Archons as you want, but there's no observer there. There's like 3 lurkers being made here, but nope, they are not going to finish. And soO is just in a lot of trouble here. Stats looking good. Looks like he's going to prevent the 3-0 from occurring. Some random Templars running back here. There's like there's random units all over the place right now. Both players losing control a little bit. There's just so much going on. And oh, looks like one random Archon getting sniped there by a Hydra, but that base is going to get taken down. And that's going to leave soO with essentially just the one mining base at the top left. I think the 6 o'clock is more or less mined out. And now we do have a couple of random Hive Templars. Oh my god, it's the Stormwalk! Oh my god, it's the Stormwalk, guys. Oh, he's going to try and stop it. Oh, can he get the other one? No! Oh, he forces them into an Archon. Okay. Stormwalk averted. And yep, there we go. 6 o'clock is basically gone. But now we have the Archon train heading to the top left. That is so awesome. Oh no, he's attacking an Archon with drones. No, you can't attack an Archon with drones. No, soO. Oh, soO, that doesn't work. soO, that does not work. soO is down to 37 supply. Stats has about 100 supply lead. soO is just trying to snipe some Templars. He's going to lose his last mining base. soO is dead. soO is done. Stats playing an amazing game. What an epic PvZ on this map. Looks like soO's not even mining gas from that. He's got like one guy on the gas there. A bunch of probes transferred. Oh my god, we could have a lurker drop. Lurker drop. Lurker drop. Oh god, Archon. Why must you cock block so? Ah, cursed Archon. Man, that would have been so cool. Because that's just transferred like 80 probes there. 2 lurkers in the back would have been so delicious. Anyways, looks like some random lurkers just trying to hold on here. I mean, soO's just basically buying time here with these lurkers and op snipes, but it's just not... Like, he's not going to win the game that way. He's basically mined out now. Yeah, I think his 6 o'clock is done. Yeah, he's got like, you know, 400 more minerals left to mine, and then that's it. He's going to be completely broke. So I don't know what he's going to do. So he's gonna consume some Scourge. I mean, what can he do? You can't Plague that army. Plague doesn't do anything against Archons because they're 350 shields and 10 HP. Like, Plague just doesn't matter. I mean, he's gonna Dark Swarm. Dark Swarm does work. Archons only do splash damage to units on a Swarm, and since Lurkers are burrowed, they won't even take the splash damage. But well, actually, soO doing a very nice Lurker Swarm crawl here. Leapfrogging the lurkers up, and he seems that he might actually get close enough, but oh no, the mass storm's coming out, gonna blow up all the lurkers. Oh dear, and look at this, down to just the last 2 patches. He's got like 250 minerals left. The mass Archons is going in. They don't even care if there's a Dark Swarm. Scourge going into snipe observers. GG! Stats breathing a sigh of relief. Such a hard-fought game, but he has staved off defeat. He will bring it back for KT 1-2. They're still not out of the woods yet. But man, what a nice game there. Oh my god. Oh, and there's Reach once again. Camera guy is going to give us a little bit of eye candy in the Mantos. And let's go on to the next set.